Azzurri Communications is a managed communications business that was built up by acquiring 16 different companies over a period of 6 years. And that started in 2000 and really ran through to 2006. Since then, we've been building the business into a proper national business and consolidating all of our back office functions, integrating our systems and making sure everything is streamlined and efficient to provide excellent customer service. And within that, I have a small HR team of 9 people that are spread across the country. The challenges I faced as the HR Director in terms of document management were huge. As you can imagine, having acquired 16 different businesses, all coming with their own paper files, data stored in different areas, different formats, and also with a team spread across the country, accessing that data, making sure it was secure, and also making sure that we could use it efficiently in support of the business was really difficult. Using the INVU document solution along with print management has been a fantastic improvement for us, just in terms of handling our data securely, making sure we comply with all the regulations surrounding data protection, but also we can work efficiently from any office across the country. As you can imagine, when we first set up the business, data was stored in each of the different offices, typically in paper files in a cabinet. So if you were working in a different office and you needed to access that data, you couldn't. Now with the system, all of our documents are scanned into the INVU system. We access them from any office in the country, or even if you're working at home, and we can print those and retrieve those documents straight away. So it's fantastic in terms of efficient working for us. Yes, the secure access to the system and the way the documents are stored is particularly helpful. So within the INVU system, you set up different levels of access and different folders that can be used by different people. So within the HR team, we have full access to the documents. However, we have separate areas that are secure, that are used by, for instance, payroll. So they only access the data that's relevant for them. So it's a really efficient system when you're doing multi-site working and also with multiple levels of access required. The process for setting up the document management solution was really simple. In fact, surprisingly so, given the complexity of the amount of data we had spread across the country. Once the system had been installed on all of our laptops, we then simply had to start using it. So it was very simple to use, and once it was coordinated with our printers, documents were scanned immediately into the INVU system. With all of our legacy files, we simply used an external agency to scan all of those files into the system for us, because as you can imagine, with something over 2,000 paper files, for us to have done that ourselves would have been very complex, but for quite a sort of reasonable fee, somewhere in the region of less than £1,000, we had all of our documents scanned and then produced into the system in the format that we wanted, so that they were all there ready for retrieval. So other than some training for us to use the system, actually the process of switching from a sort of paper-based manual retrieval to a fully automated system where we can retrieve the documents all over the country was really easy, and as a result was adopted by everybody very quickly. We've saved costs in a number of areas. So the obvious cost is in terms of having somebody to manage our data. So when we had a lot of paper files spread across the country, we needed somebody to manage that data on a full-time basis. So we had immediate savings in terms of headcount reduction, because we didn't need that level of support anymore. But also we've achieved further savings in terms of not needing archives off-site, which saved around £5,000 a year. We've also saved a further £7,500 just in efficiency costs in terms of printing, paperwork, retrieval, and additional costs of couriers and those sorts of areas of having to send paper files around the country so you could use them. So there were some very quick wins for us. Moreover, what we've saved is office space, and that's also been useful as we've reshaped the business and changed the way we used offices and expanded in some offices to not have to find space for a whole load of paper files has been a significant benefit to the company. The integration of INVU with the managed print service has been one of the key benefits for us. It means that wherever you are in the country, you can retrieve your documents securely and print them wherever you are. And this is all done through a secure card system, so there's no danger of having documents of a confidential nature printing in the wrong office or printing out somewhere where other people can see them. So it means that the system only prints when you physically turn up to the printer, you produce your own secure card, and the printing that you've queued is there waiting for you. It's also much more efficient just in terms of your own personal organisation, in that you don't need to keep going to the machine every time you press print. You can print a number of documents and then retrieve them at once rather than walking the floor backwards and forwards all the time. So we found it very useful in that not only is it efficient and we can work from any office, but it's secure and we only get to print the documents that we actually need to. So in summary, the use of INVU and the managed print solution for us has been a significant success. Not only has it meant that we've been able to handle the different data from 16 acquisitions and nearly 1,000 people in one secure format, but we can access it from anywhere in the country, we can print any documents we need, and we're able to store and file anything that we receive as well. So it's really useful for us in terms of how we manage our records. More importantly, it complies with the Data Protection Act, so we don't have any legal exposure there. It makes us more efficient as a small team that has to travel across the country because we can access the documents in every office. We can print in every office. We've saved money in terms of headcount. We've saved money in terms of efficiency savings, in terms of the way that we work. And also there's more savings to be had in terms of our print efficiency, because you only print what you want, and the way that the system's set up with back-to-back printing, black and white as the default option and so on, you have further savings in terms of the way you operate. So that's been great news for us. Longer term, we will need to continue to use the system and reap the benefits of it. We will certainly make integrating any future acquisitions to Azzurri much simpler as well. So for us, overall, it's been a great success.